This is Justice, and I'm here to talk to you about something slightly different, something that has been kind of floating around, and this time I want to put it to the forefront because this time it involves all of us together, because I believe that at this stage we can all make a difference with this one. So, as you likely know, I love Juri, and I think she's a very competent character in SF5. I have defended her from the very first time she released back in July 2016, and I will continue to provide content for her on my YouTube channel. However, I too can agree that she is in need of help. Not drastic, insane changes, but just that little push to be in the right place within SF5. Often, people talk about radical buffs and often misguided changes they want for Juri, which would either ruin what makes her enjoyable to play or create whole new balancing issues. I've always had my own personal wants for the character, and views as well, but I'd never felt like they were significant enough to demand buffs for her. That said, upon listening to several Juri players and those interested in her development, I can see common themes between them, which leads us to this. I believe that there are those of us who genuinely care for Juri in the game, those of us who love how she plays and are simply disparaged by her shortcomings. We all want Capcom to do right by her. As such, I'm compiling a list of buffs and changes that several different Juri players would like for her in order to produce a definitive list of potential changes that could most honestly benefit Juri herself. Like I said, many before have demanded hyperbolic reworking to Juri's entire game plan, but I often disagree with these, and I would hope these wanted changes are from Juri enthusiasts, players, and tech creators, all who have the right idea for what she deserves. So far, many Juri players that agree that the Season 2 changes were the right step for her, and what is next needed is for her hitboxes to be adjusted properly and for her Fuwa charge system to have the right payoff. With this project, I would like to note down any and every suggested buffs and changes you would like to add to the list, and eventually I will gather all these together and find common ones that are reasonable, and from there it will form the definitive list based on what the Juri community wants. I won't just defer to my own judgment for this. I will keep the discussion going and make sure all our ideas are represented. In the end, whether or not Capcom notices this group effort or even changes Juri in any meaningful way at all, I would like to represent a fair and balanced perspective of what is necessary to finally place Juri where she needs to be. So any help with this is appreciated. If you'd like to be credited for your suggestion, let me know and I'll add your name to the buffs and changes that you list. Eventually, I'll release a follow-up video detailing the final list. I want to go off script here to say, I really do just want this to be kind of not like a last, but a decent, concerted effort from the Juri community, players, and just people who like the character to say to Capcom that, you know, you've done a great job. We genuinely think this character is awesome, ambitious, and creative. However, within the current meta, within the way this game works at the moment, unfortunately, she's probably not competing at the level she could be, despite being a genuinely solid character. She just needs that extra little push to finally be just an SF5 character in a way that means something. We don't want her to be brain dead and broken and easy and just not play how she does just to appease someone who wants to play her day one. None of that. I think it's a valuable thing that the character has a high technical skill ceiling and is a sort of character who takes some effort, and that's genuinely the most appealing thing about her. However, without potentially breaking her the game open, it would be great if there is some way for her to perform well and to satisfy all the players who pick her up. And hopefully this list will work towards that. So thank you very much for listening. As I said, if you want to get part in this, message me, either comment on this video, send me a message on Twitter at JusticeSoulTuna, on my Facebook page, which is facebook.com/JusticeSoulTuna page, or you can find me on either of the Juri Discords, there's two, or on Reddit, wherever you can find this post, SRK forums. Let me know, give me your name, and I'll add it to the list. And eventually, once we have enough, once we are starting to see common themes, we'll create the definitive list. So thank you very much for listening. Let's get Juri going.